Everything is a production with them. Everything comes out as close to perfection as you could possibly imagine.
You don't want to feel like you're in a museum when you're in a house that you paid millions upon millions of dollars for, and you don't with their properties.
We're not just designing homes, we're designing lifestyles. Doing what we do and doing it together is an extraordinarily difficult thing for a couple to do. I am always trying to create the most beautiful environments that I can. And I couldn't do any of this without Greg.
John has such a talented eye. I mean, you can say a lot of things about the guy, but he's got one of the most amazing eyes I've ever seen.
John has an amazing ability to articulate a vision. Greg is the absolute yin to his yang because he can go ahead and execute on that vision.
We co-own a luxury design build company. I do the designing and Greg does the building. I've been designing incredible environments for people for most of my life, and it just no longer fulfills me in the manner that it used to.
We're in the middle of designing and making things beautiful at the same time trying to support environmental causes, and we're creating all this junk every day on a job site. One of the things we decided to do is become more green in our building process, at the same time not compromising on the luxury that we've become so well known for, and no one's ever done that before.
It feels really good to be doing something with a completely different focus, something a little more environmentally sensitive and not just strictly luxury.
It was a real challenge for us in looking at this property to try to make something that clearly was luxury, clearly was glamour, green.
The East Mountain home, to me, it's the apex of what they've done. It's all just absolutely glamorous.
We talked about the fact that that's actually a more green and sustainable thing to do, is to not tear the house down and create all the waste that you would if you knocked the building down.
We saw the ghost of the Hollywood Regency house that this house used to be, and we blended the mid-century modernism of the 20th century with 21st century technology, green technology, photovoltaic panels, and a style of design that was very glamorous. So when we started looking at doing a more sustainable process in the way that we design homes, it opened the door for us to look at our own life and to evaluate our own lifestyle and our own carbon footprint.
Really, is it necessary to have the airplane and this car? I mean, they're probably the two least sustainable things.
Are you suggesting that we get rid of the airplane?
Greg will tell you that flying is the perfect sport for me because I'm totally ADD, and there are so many things that you have to do when you fly an airplane. Greg hates it when I show off in the airplane and I want to go buzz the job site because I know he's down there with a bunch of people. And blue tarp, blue tarp.
If John and Greg decide they're going to be more sustainable, they are going to take it to the top level.
Now we're getting more involved on a grassroots level in these places we worked and lived in for years.
Well, on the surface it looks like a really beautiful bay, but beneath it's a pretty unhealthy bay.
When you see a problem and you love something so much and you think that there might be a way to make a difference, then that's why I got involved.
The biggest threat to Mauna Lua Bay and to Hawaii's inshore reefs in general is humans on the land, creating mud, creating all kinds of pollutants that ultimately find their way into the ocean through rainfall runoff.
The worst part of it is about 57 acres. So we're going to clear the 57 acres.
Can we help? I mean, can we get in and pull algae?
Absolutely.
This is the stuff.
Look at that. This is just so gross.
We can start to see seagrass returning, and that's a wonderfully optimistic sign. It doesn't feel right to live in a place this beautiful and just take from it and not give back to it.
John and Greg have been making changes on every level, even their health and fitness choices.
I spent the first part of my life thinking that the world's problems are too big to solve, but now I realize that everybody can make a difference.
So that's our journey, to build homes and travel and do all the things that we love, but in a way that helps the planet rather than hurting it.